Hello, everyone. Hello, Internet. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and gentle thems, and beyond binary friends. Hi. My name is Belmont, and you are watching another Triad Gamer stream. And tonight we are doing some Pillars of Eternity. So, yeah, I'm back. I took a week off. The day job has kind of been kicking my butt. Uh, Without going into too many specifics, it's really intense, and I am playing a lot of catch up from my predecessors, who I have unfortunately a very low opinion of. And the problem is I'm trying to play this catch up in the middle of the busy season. Um, so yeah, it's been intense, and that's actually kind of why Nick and I decided for our own mental health that we were going to switch to later time slots and possibly slightly shorter streams. Just because it's easier for us if we can kind of flip that energy and get to the mental headspace to do some streaming, to interact with you folks, to play the games that we are playing on stream. But before we get into that too much further, I'm gonna move the camera just a hair, just a hair, just a hair. I still want to have kitty cam available in case any kitties decide to grace us with their presence. Um, So, before we get into everything, let's talk about trygamers.com. Right there. That's our website. That's where we put all of our old streams and EDH deck techs and board game reviews and anything about our gaming that we enjoy doing. We've been a little lax on the content lately as we've adjusted to me working full time. Also, Nick is just coming off of his busy season at work as I start to go into mine. So it's just been weird trying to get some content together, but we got some ideas and we're getting there. We're getting there. So we're kind of just making sure that as now about how to fit this into our lives without letting it take over our lives. So, and speaking of our lives, if you wish to interact with us, yeah, nice segue, Belmont, real nice segue. If you wish to interact with us, it is at Try Gamers on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, just like here on Twitch. So, Pillars of Eternity. That's what we're doing tonight. And where we last left off, I spent most of last episode trying to find additional party members, of which I now have. Some of that was from some help with Alex. That's Alex down in the middle there. Some of it was just stuff I stumbled upon. We also found out that I am a watcher, which means my character is a watcher, excuse me, which means that apparently I get a whole bunch of history on people just by touching them or shaking their hands or getting near them, which is interesting and really adds to the flavor of this game. It does slow me down a little bit though, because I'm reading a lot to you. But it has been fun and interesting. So we are on our way to a town whose name I forget to find out more about what being a watcher means for me. And that's where we're going to pick up with our game. So, but before we get into our game, I just like to mention that Pillars of Eternity is rated M for mature. So we do have. Apparently, we have a headset that just likes to shut off. We do have some blood, sexual themes, violence, and strong language, so viewer discretion is advised. If you are not into that stuff or sensitive to that stuff, we do recommend checking out maybe Nick's Mental Health Monday streams on our website or here on Twitch, or our Stardew streams, or Minecraft Dungeon streams, or some of our older stuff where we were playing Legends of Runeterra or Minecraft or stuff like that. So, just if you're sensitive to that stuff, you've been warned. This is your time to jump ship, of which I would totally understand. I don't blame anybody for not wanting to be exposed to certain things during their streams. So, on that note, though, let us go into our game. So here we are in the middle of the woods. If I remember correctly, we are trying to get to Cade Nua. We're currently in the Black Meadow. So we're trying to get to Cade Nua, where there is a gentleman who, if I remember correctly, journal, the Old Watcher. Um, a man named Mareweld is who we're trying to find after we talk to a sassy dead dwarven woman who Again, a string of words that I never expected to say when I woke up this morning, but I am very glad I heard all the same. So, and we picked up a few side quests. So, on that note, we are going to travel to Caed Nua. It will take you 18 hours, so we will accept that. Smaller and faster weapons tend to have a lower interrupt rating, but attack with higher frequency. Alright, it is currently almost 10 o'clock.
Sure.
In the evening. Just off to the side of the path into Caed Nua stands an imposing figure, a tall, thick-set. Still don't know how to pronounce this word, so I apologize. Amua, clad in which is the same race that I am, clad in worn armor and peering up at the outer walls of the keep. In his hand is a small piece of charcoal, and it works feverishly at taking notes upon a small scrap of paper. More than once he has to reach up to prevent his colorful cap from falling off his head as he gazes upward. Alright, let's be a little sassy and go with number 2. That moldy brickwork must be fascinating. The man looks over at you, blinking in surprise. His face splits in a wide, very toothy grin, and he waves the parchment in greeting.
It is. Well, not the wall itself, perhaps. The construction is very traditional. There are names scratched upon some of the bricks, just there. Workers and masons, I expect, carving a little immortality for themselves. It's a fine keep, Caed Nua. 2 centuries to its name, and abandoned for nearly as long.
Interesting.
But the truly interesting part is in there, and I haven't had much luck in reaching the keep itself. I hoped to find the master of this place, a man by the name of Meerwald. But it seems that he either holds his privacy most dear, or else has been devoured by his house guests.
That sounds ominous.
Oh, truly? Then perhaps we can help one another. The grounds are infested with all manner of beasts. I've never seen the like. I didn't want to risk it alone, but you seem capable. Together, I'm sure we could manage it. And then we can both ask our questions of Meerwald. I seek a great treasure, you see. Not gold or silver, but the Tanvi Oratoa. You might call it the Book of Virtues. It's a sacred text of the Rauatai, but we possess only a fragment of it.
Interesting.
A year I've journeyed in search of the rest, and I uncovered evidence that leads me to believe the original lies just there, beneath the keep.
Why would this Tanvi Oratoa be here in the Direwood? Precisely, that is the very question, he laughs. It is a long, twisting tale, my friend, as all good chance should be. I can tell you more if you wish it in time.
Excellent. Lead on, my friend, and I will be at your heels. Ah, wait. Speaking of that, I ought to warn you first. Wondrous teeth, I nearly forgot. I have, at times, been followed. It began in Adir, and in Exometal they attacked outright. I believe they do not wish for me to find what I am looking for. I say believe, but I have been told as much by one of my would-be assassins. I pay them little mind.
I like his
Humorless
attitude.
sorts in long robes. But it's why I bought the sword, you see. And it's only fair that you should know. Well, it's not as if I'm going to turn around and go home at their urging. If their previous efforts are anything to go by, we have very little to worry about.
Alright, so now I have a 5th party member. Well, actually, a 6th if you count my bear. So, nifty. I'll take it. Let us continue to explore just a little. No need to go rushing into a place that's filled with strange beasts, according to my new friend. There's some stuff. One shattered cask still smells faintly of ale, long spilled into the dirt. What is in this darkened corner? That is all. Alright, let's head back to there. We'll switch it to double time mode so this doesn't take like forever. And it doesn't look like there's anything to really explore down there, so into the keep.
Looks like this place has been abandoned for years.
Apparently so. Oh, the game has paused. Which usually means there's a shadow. Well, how about, since I am armed with a bow and arrow, I start shooting. What's this? Attack! Really handsome warrior guy. Attack! Okay, so we've apparently got some more friends. So I'm going to turn the wizard onto that, and our cleric, on the other hand, what should we do with our cleric here? Call for divine favor. Kind of like this, consecrated ground. No, our new friend can also help out here. Alright, the wizard needs to withdraw. Nope. He just went down like a chump, like all my wizards seem to do.
Just like an adherent to go down fast.
Alright. Let's get me over here.
Hey there.
And then let's get me attacking that one. Also, Ursus, you can attack that one as well.
Hey.
Alright. I also apparently can level up. But
All right, then.
that seems... Hey. That seems pretty intense. Frayed lengths of rope and a few flint chips are scattered across this workbench. Alright. Well, I'm thinking we should probably
I'll see what I can
switch
find.
to stealth mode. I hope that we don't get too many more groups of those shadows like that. Only weeds grow in this dusty patch. The hedges grow in shaggy heaps shot through with weeds and tall grasses. Uh-oh. A will-o-wisp and a shadow. So how about we set my ranger ass on the shadow? Ursus, you can have fun with the will-o-wisp, just a little bit as a treat. Wizard, get your ass back there. Cleric, get your ass back there. Handsome warrior guy, you go fight that shadow. New guy, you go fight that will-o-wisp.
What?
Go. All right, wizard. Actually, no. Let's cancel that. Let's get the wizard. Let's get the wizard a little bit closer.
Yes.
And then we'll go like that.
Lava will be on seek.
Cleric dude. Time to earn your keep. Yo, handsome warrior dude, what you just doing sitting there? You got stuff to do. Then no, that's not who's sitting there. That's me. Nope, that's me. That can go there. Then new friend. Why don't you get Oh, so my new friend is a chanter. Interesting.
As you say.
Alright, I gotta get myself out of there. Why is me not moving? That is me moving. Why do I have a gun? No. It's not selecting me.
Yes?
There we go.
Show him how it.
Oh, I'm down.
Curses.
For Takoa!
I shall deal with this one. I shall deal with this one.
I'll let Margaren's fire bless this one. There's a lesson.
Your tale ends here!
Okay. Still kind of getting used to combat. I'm not very good at it, to be honest. But I have fun with it, which is the important thing.
Right away.
Alright. It is almost 10 o'clock in game time. So maybe this is a good place to rest. There. Now, it's 4 in the morning. But, so there's a door that we will probably need to go through at some point, but I kind of still want to investigate the rest of this map, see what there is to be seen, also loot what there needs to be looted. We're probably going to have a few more encounters along the way, which is just fine. Don't start singing the Indiana Jones theme. Oh, another will-o-wisp. And my money's on that there will be some shadows. Alright. What's this? Bear attack!
Brave thou Philotheles.
You're not getting through me. I shall deal with this one.
Fine.
That should have been it. Yep. 5 of us on
If
one
it
of them.
makes you rest easier.
Leave our village! We've done nothing to you!
Who's shouting at me? This guy, huh?
You can't do this!
A spectral smoke turns around you. At first you see nothing except the haze, but gradually you make out the wizened, hunched shape of an old elven man. His face is bone thin and smeared with paint. You can't do this, he shakes his head, spitting the words at you. Do what?
This is our village! Our home! The Nine Claws have lived here almost 50 generations. We were here long before your kind brought war to our lands. You can't just burn it all!
I hate to break it to you, dude. I did not have any plans of burning anything. Unless stuff got uppity with me.
Have mercy, soldier! Our warriors have all gone! You can't burn us all because of them!
He reaches out to you and opens his mouth to say something, but all that emerges is a series of violent coughs. He falls to his knees, choking on the thickening smoke. Flames overtake the vision as you back away. And he's gone. So, I'm not sure about you. Oh, I'm not sure about you guys, but I think the place is haunted. Small bright flame. Attack. 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 And attack. Go!
Brave thou shalt believe.
That's it!
My warrior dude is taking some... I'm very interested to play a little bit more with this character, Kana, the Chanter. That's one of the classes that's actually kind of unique to this game. Yeah, or not... It's unique to this game, but it's based on obvious D&D classes, but the thing is, I've not really seen a lot of bard classes from D&D kind of put into a video game format. So I'm very interested to see. I almost made one myself, but I kind of wanted to do this on easy mode, which is why I made a ranger with a big old bear. But, Primal Flame. This brightly lit little flame leaps and sparks with magical energy. So, yeah, we're going to take it. Alright, let's get the party. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, another will-o-wisp.
Brave thou shalt believe.
Sure.
Keeping an eye out.
Let's see what more there is to see here. Sorry. I'm listening to Nick stream, or not stream, but play Stardew with his friends behind me. I don't know why they're talking about FBI watch lists, but we're just gonna go from there. Alright, we got something else. What do we got? What do we got? A phantom. Phantom. Is it an operatic phantom? Yes, I just went there. Alright, attack!
Brave thou shalt believe.
Leave it to me! Curses!
Boy needs to get his head out of the books and into the fight.
Show him how it's done! Yeah! These uns are in for a walloping!
Oh.
Curses!
Alright.
You can trust me.
Aye? I shall deal with this one. Let's have it out!
Uh-oh, I think I'm in trouble here.
Fine.
Oh, I'm stunned. That's why nothing
Mow
was
it.
working. Oh, where's this? Oh no, am I going down? Oh no. Orsis is up. Orsis, I'm not sure you can take these guys. Oh no, poor Orsis. My endurance is gone. Can I just rest? Nope, can't rest with enemies in sight. Cancel. Then, what are we doing here, folks? Huh. Very curious. Not sure what's happening with the game at the moment. Um... What can get us moving here? Alright, editor. I don't understand why it's not letting me do anything. Everybody's all frostbitten. I mean, was I supposed to have lost that fight? I think we're gonna have to go back because the game's not letting me do anything. Oh, I hate when that happens. So, I'm not. Oh god, and it's sending me all the way back here? I'm sorry, folks, I really am, but I don't know what happened with the game there.
Sure.
Alright, we're gonna speed through some stuff here. Moldy bricks are fascinating.
But the truly interesting part.
I'm
I
also
seek a
looking for
great
Mareweld.
year I've journeyed in search of the excellent. I say believe, but I've been told as
Alright, we have a new party member, go team us. And we're gonna go in here.
It looks like this place has been abandoned for years.
Alright, game is paused. We've got shadows. Alright. Me over here. Wizard over here. Cleric over here. Eater. Attack. Orsis. Attack. Bard dude over here. Alright. Wizard back here. Me back here. Cleric back here. Me. Attack. Wizard. Attack. Cleric. Attack.
your tail ends here.
Yes.
Wizard over here. They really pick on the spellcaster, don't they?
Following your lead. Your tail ends here.
Sure.
Show him how it's done!
I'll teach you a lesson!
Come on here.
Blast!
Spirit residue. Let's take it. And let's everybody.
Hey. Yes?
Alright.
Sure.
We've got definitely a few of these fights still ahead of us. But I'm thinking we should just go straight for the main. Oop, what do we got? What do we got? Another shadow. I'm thinking if all of us attack it.
Brave thou shalt believe.
Let's have it out!
And now the Will-O-Wisp.
Stand still!
These ones are in for a walloping!
Where's this?
I shall.
Dude,
I shall.
Just like an adherent to go down fast.
Great, there it is. Having trouble targeting it. Alright. I think it's definitely worth resting. And then, how about I do myself a favor and save the game. Now, I still think we need to talk to Burning Dude. Or we can just go in the door. Ooh. Interesting. The sour odors of rancid grain and spoiled fruit permeate the air. Dust and rusted utensils cover the countertop. Rats skitter among the broken stairs.
Laying low.
Alright, I want to be cautious, but I don't want to be, like, slow about it. Interesting. I mean, this place looks like it once could have been, like, really freaking awesome. The shelves creak under the books. Many of the covers are mottled with mildew. Say that 10 times fast. Alright. More stuff over here. Cobwebs bind the remains of a broken alembic, a cracked mortar, and various shattered bottles and vials to the table. Interesting. I'm getting the impression that there is not much to see in here after all. I mean, unless... Yeah, that might be it for in here, which is sad because outside has a bunch of nasties that want to kick my ass and have been succeeding at kicking my ass. Alright. A Will-O-Wisp. I think all of us can take it. More spirit essence. I wonder if that might put him in a better, safer position. Nope, he still goes right to the front.
Leave our village! We've done nothing to you! You can't do this!
And this is the part that we
This is our village!
did just a little bit ago. And this is another door. Okay. Alright. There is something about that urn.
Clearly of Adiran make. They like their archways.
Interesting. Reliable slaying. Of Constitution +2, of Will -3. Interesting. It is the blade covered with graceful Glanfathan engravings. Whispers of Yenwood was once the sword of the first road warden of Gainua when the Earl of Yenwood appointed Kefed Eohart. The young lord feared the spirits were rumored to dwell in the young... Alright, so... Interesting. I could enchant it. Alright. I'm actually thinking... Hello, Jax. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're gonna take it. I'm
Hey.
thinking... I actually want to see what it does. Is it in the stash? That's a dagger. Let's actually switch Ader to weapon set 1.
All right,
See what
then.
that does. But I see a thing, so let's have the whole party attack the shadow. Alright. There is a phantom on here, and that kicked my butt before we had to... So let's get the spellcasters over here. And I'd love to see a little bit of... some magic headed that phantom's way. I'm actually thinking we can do some barbed condemnation.
Lava!
I'll lick
You're not getting through me.
Why is the bear not pulling his weight here? I'm doing alright, Jax. Just get used to it again. My job is pretty intense, and what I mean by intense is just I'm still cleaning up after my predecessors at my job, and who I do not have a high opinion of. The problem is and while trying to learn the job with absolutely no training, and then at the same time it's starting the busy season. So it's just, there's a lot going on each day. So hence why I like skipped last week for streaming, because... Alright, we've got a new combat sitch. Oh, just one of them? Wow. I think that sword that we found for Eder was definitely it. Now, it's not bad. I like my job, and I enjoy my job. Oop, here we go. Steward, as you come to the end of the great hall, you perceive an inviting warmth radiating from a grand throne out of marble, its masterful artistry out of place amidst the castle's more practical stonework. The veiled face of a woman is carved above the throne's backing, watching over the room with hollow eyes. As you approach, you feel the warmth fluctuate as though stirring. A voice rings out from the carvings, permeating the fortress through the stone and air. So yeah, no, Jax, like I was saying, I like my job. I really do. I'm very glad I found it. It's a lot. And it's just draining, that's all. Hence the tired. Alright, continuing on.
Another watcher in Cadnua, glowing very brightly indeed to these eyes. What strange happenstance. As am I. If you should happen to find him, I would be glad to know of it. Each day his absence brings new dust to my halls, new cracks to my stones. It's shameful is what it is. The Earl would never have let it come to this. You are free to search for him here. I will unbar the way.
Oh, nice. You said these were your halls?
Not as a land is its lord's, more as a child is its mother's. This castle was my design, you see. The Earl appointed me to do it. I was getting on in years. I knew it would be my only chance to build something magnificent.
Ooh, redoing the resume. That's never fun. I guess I always redid my resume whenever I got mad at my boss at the time, and so therefore I would redo my resume just thinking like, yeah, I'm just gonna fucking quit and get a new job. Like, you know, I always redid my resume as like an act of quiet revenge without actually telling my boss. Anyway, continuing on.
When it was built, I couldn't bring myself to part from it, to go back to my lonely home. I begged the Earl to let me stay, to take care of it. It was all I wanted, and he granted it. Years later, when Bereth's usher finally came calling, I begged the Earl to find a way to let me remain, and so he did.
Tell me more about Mayor Walt.
He was a great man. He came here one day, young with long hair and polished armor, and he banished the dark things that had come to lurk in this place after centuries of neglect. He could see the beauty of this place, the way it had been, so he claimed it for his own when no one else would take it. We worked together to restore it.
Oh, well, I appreciate you stopping in, Jax. No, trust me, I understand the whole exhausted thing, and I'm even running an hour later than I normally do, so I totally get it. So, if you go into lurking, we understand, but get some rest, take care of yourself.
But he began to grow distant some time ago. He never told me why. He retreated deeper and deeper into the keep, never leaving, sending servants for food, hiding himself from my sight. The restoration stopped. Now, to look at the place, you'd never know the progress we'd made. In most places, it's worse than it ever was. And all I can do is watch it crumble around me.
Are you imprisoned in that throne?
Imprisoned? At times it feels that way, I suppose. But it's more that I reside here. The throne was brought up from the ruins, one of the first things they found. As a last favor to a dying woman, the Earl arranged for me to be moved into it. Audra is an accommodating vessel for a soul.
Interesting. I didn't know that they made soul stuff out of Audra.
Oh, it's not as confining as it seems. I can feel the whole keep from here, and all things that are tied to it. There's something about this throne and its construction. Or maybe it's something about this place.
Excuse me, folks. What Earl were you speaking of?
The Earl of Yenwood. The original, in fact, when Deerwood was a colony. He found this site, the only ruin Ere Glanfarth refused to defend, and he believed its wealth would be great. The keep was his way of defending his family's claim, and that claim became his obsession. He had to know what lay beneath. He devoted his life to excavating the ruins below the keep. They had been sealed with rock and soil. Deliberately, it would seem. Years passed, and with them the Earl. He dug his entire life and never found what he sought. His obsession became his sons and his sons' sons. And one day, that young Earl broke through.
Well, what did he find?
An endless maze, incomprehensible in its construction. but he would never come to learn more than that. Vile things had taken residence there, vile and dangerous. They poured up through the keep and slew its residents, the Earl among them.
Ooh.
After that, the keep remained abandoned, unused, wasted. Mayor Wall's mastery of this place was the first hope I'd had in 200 years. How I've longed to see it as it once was.
All right.
I can only guess why all this has happened. I fear I've wronged the gods putting this place here, and they've doomed me to watch it wear away into dust. To witness my own folly.
I don't think that's the case, probably. But any idea where I can find Merwald?
I can feel his presence faintly somewhere deeper inside the keep. But he uses his gifts to confound me, and my senses are dulled while he does so. I only wish I could know his mind.
Excuse me, folks. Well, thank you, Exposition Chair. I really appreciate that. Again, a string... Come on here, phone. A string of words that I did not expect to be putting together when I woke up today.
Take care in your search. Many dangers lie in wait here.
Alright. I am going to save the game. After that much dialogue. Alright. There's stuff here. There wasn't really anything there. The gray and brown pelts of mice flit between the boards. Alright. So this leads upstairs, and I kind of want to go upstairs first, just because downstairs sounds truly scary. It feels as if cobwebs are the only thing holding this rickety mess together. Something has made a nest out of the straw mattress ticking. Well, there really isn't much upstairs, but it is kind of nice to know that there's a kind of safe-ish place to go if I need to. Alright. The brazier's chains are rigid with rust. Mother.
Been out playing soldier again, have we? Go wash up and come help me shuck these peas.
As you draw near, the apparition in front of you resolves into an elven woman, her stringy hair tied back. As she tugs at a loose thread on her apron, there's a distant, hollow look in her eyes until she notices you. She turns from you long enough to produce a basket that, like her, is shimmering and semi-transparent. And no complaints. You've got to eat your vegetables if you want to grow up as strong and be a real soldier one day. Just like we agreed, right? She watches you out of the corner of your eye. What are you talking about?
Soldiers are important people. They defend the weak and punish the wicked. You're too young to understand now, but there are lots of wicked people. People like the man who murdered your father.
Oh, she crushes another husk between her fingers and her thumb and she starts to remind me, what happened to my father?
Before you were born, the Glanfathans attacked settlers like us. They said we'd knocked over some of their special Adra rocks. That's why they call it the Broken Stone War. They got very angry, and so they came into our villages and killed many people. Your father was one of them.
I see.
That's why you'll be a soldier one day. To protect and to avenge. Why don't you go back out and play? I'll finish up here.
She lets me play. Alright. So I think what I'm going to do is that we are reaching the first of our breaks. And we are right at the precipice of going down into this creepy crypt maze thing that the chair steward was telling us about. So I'm thinking this is going to be a great time to take a quick break, run some ads. I'm going to get some more water, and then I will be back, and then we will see what adventures await in the dark crypt. So thank you all for watching. I will be right back. And we are back, ladies and gentlemen, gentlethems and beyond binary friends, and let's go down into this dungeon. So I was sorry for the longer break. I was actually getting some tips on this game from Alex, he's played through it a little. In fact, to the point of we will do that. So we've got that. So
Brave thou Felot.
I'll teach you a lesson! I'll teach you a lesson!
oh, poor Ursus, he's going
And
down.
that's how it's done.
How may I help?
Alright, you don't need to use the spell. Alright, so let's
Sure.
and there's more spitters
I'll
here.
teach.
And we're all going to attack.
Teach you a lesson! I'll teach you a lesson!
There's lots of spiders here.
I?
Boy needs to get his head out of books and into the fight. If it makes you rest easy, I'll let Margarine's fire bless this.
Oh, my bar is down, and I'm down.
Yes?
Yeah. We've got a lot of looting to do.
I shall.
Ah, there's another one. No, I don't want you to physically attack them.
Let's have it out!
Hey,
Yeah!
Disengage. Nope. Wizard's down.
Parathis!
Hi. Oh, do we have a kitty? Oh, we do have a kitty. Hello, Johnny. Hello. Hi. I'm a handsome boy. Alright.
all right then.
Yeah. That could have been a little bit more better. A little bit better.
New orders, Lieutenant. Ready your squad.
A spectral man arrayed in armor and an officer's cloak studies a single sheet of paper. You see straight through it, and the ducal and air dare insignias on his breastplate. He seems to read over the page several times before looking up at you. When he does, his expression is unreadable.
There's been a change of plans. Take your squad and march south all the way to the bow in the river. Bring a wagon team and a dozen barrels of pitch.
His voice falters and he shakes his head. The hand holding the paper drops to his side. Tell me about the orders.
The instructions come from Admet Hadred himself, which means they might as well have come from the Duke. We're to burn those hut dwellers out. Set fire to the deerwood so they've nowhere to retreat. Cut them down when they come out,
That doesn't sound
or let
good.
them blaze if they won't. It'll make this even shorter than the Broken Stone War, all right. And we can only hope it'll discourage future conflicts.
That sounds pretty extreme, dude.
I know this is personal for you. It is for many of us. But understand, we're doing this to end this war, not to continue the last one. Remember that we're flushing out the enemy, not burning villages for sport. Bareth will have his work cut out for him tonight.
It still sounds pretty intense. Alright. Let us continue down into the dark dungeon. The red fill on the character's portrait represents the loss of endurance. The bar to the left of the portrait. Oh,
We'll take those farmers by surprise.
that doesn't sound good.
Almost time. Di and Heather scouted the village last night. They're rounding up the rest of the party now.
An elven man turns to face you. His cheeks, his forearms, and the cartilage of his long, pointed ears are smeared with indigo and blue paint. He grins wickedly beneath a thatch of wild hair.
Don't worry. Everyone remembers the raid was your idea. The Rio had to go along with it after you'd gotten the rest of the clan riled up. No one once had said that the Nine Claws were too cowardly to stand with the rest of the tribe when the foreigners desecrated our ruins.
I see.
The tribes need more leaders like you. Women who value deeds over words.
He reaches towards your cheek but stops midway, his splayed fingers quivering as a tremor of doubt runs
You
through
were
him.
right. We were too soft when the foreigners first came, and now they humiliate us. We'll be soft no more, and the invaders will learn to leave us alone once and for all.
Before we continue on, I just gotta point out how just handsome this handsome boy is. Yeah, you're a handsome boy. That's why we have the camera angled the way we do, is for kitty cam. Oh, I get kisses. Daddy gets kisses? Yeah. Thought maybe his sister was coming up as well. Alright, back to the game. And dialogue.
I can do that.
Lockpicks. Do you want to trip pick the lock? Yes.
That's settled.
Lock picked.
No. Keep away from us. Leave us!
Oh, wow. I didn't actually expect to find him this quickly. A large liver-spotted man, barrel-chested and paunchy, cowers in the far corner of the room, his white hair a tangled, stringy mess. He covers his face and chest with trembling hands, unable to look in your direction.
Maybe we should come back later?
Are you Merwald? He looks up over his hands, the muscles around his eyes twitching, and begins whispering to himself in sharp hisses, as though having an argument. All at once, he stops shaking, a sudden calmness falling over him. His head tilts forward slightly and looks you dead in the eye, like a cornered animal about to pounce. His voice turns suddenly raspy.
Mayor Wald isn't here, and he isn't fooled. He has sent for no callers. Be gone, deceiving spirit!
I think I'm going to go for Sass here. I am no spirit. Do I look like any spirit you have
Mayor
ever
Wald
seen?
will speak with you, but you will maintain your distance, or you'll have me to answer to.
The old man turns his body away and has another muttered, sputtering argument. I'm wondering if he's possessed by, like, several spirits?
Come to speak to Mayor Wald. Mayor Wald, whose touch is poison. Mayor Wald, who knows not his effect.
I was told I am a watcher and that you could tell me more about it.
A window. Window to the ether, where spirits dwell. Peer and reach into it. Speak and listen through it. A watcher sees souls, reads them, knows their pasts, souls of the living, souls of the dead, an empath, and the souls see them back. Used it to help beings in both realms, did I. What the gods wanted of me, thought I. The gods put me in the world for vengeance, and I obliged.
Yeah, he's got multiple people in him. I'm actually, like, kind of very reminded of the episode from Star Trek The Next Generation, Masks, when a bunch of things started possessing Data. I thought that was actually pretty cool.
It was the gods' wishes that we protect those lands. My way was the only way to remove the foreigners.
It also sounds like he's got a lot of the spirits of the conflict that happened, and both sides of the conflict are in him.
Little I knew.
I was accosted by spirits on the way here. What do they want?
No. No! Forgive me! Forgive me!
Covers his mouth with his hand, his breath is convulsing, his eyes red and exhausted. You seem like you have lost your mind.
Lost? No. Found more of it. Too much. Too much to bear. An awakening.
Ilot's eyes narrows as he looks at the old man. How could a simple awakening have driven you to this? Well, I'm going to ask the dumb question. What's an awakening?
Many lifetimes we have. Souls enter womb and exit corpse. Carry with them all experiences, all knowledge, all identities. Yet we do not remember. Hidden from us. What end? What end? Only the gods know. Certain things can stir memories from lives long buried. Awaken the old memories, the old personalities. Memory, personality, identity, any might resurface.
He looks again at the door behind you. And I seem to be having a conversation with several of them right now.
Ghosts of the mind. Meyerwald has lost control. Meyerwald's body no more.
The spirits I passed, what are they?
Spirits and not spirits. Always whispering to Meyerwald, reminding him of his mistakes. No sleep. Watchers see memories before them, form them from the essence of their own souls. Once Meyerwald awakened, he could not make them leave. Gave them more form, not less.
These spirits are memories from previous lives?
Troubled memories, angry memories, pulling Meyerwald back, reminding him his mistakes. Marauder and soldier, soldier and marauder, how could they know?
I have seen apparitions like those elsewhere since I became a watcher.
Oh, no, 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 no. You too. You too.
All at once, in spite of his abject majesty, his expression changes to one of the utmost sympathy. Poor man, poor man.
They will take you too.
What an inevitable madness? That can't be right. Kana folds his arms. There's always an answer to be found if you look hard enough. You're saying I'll end up like you?
So fragile, the Watcher's mind. So real, his memories. Once awakened, how can he sleep?
If I'm awakened to a past life, how would that have happened?
You were reminded of it. Strong memories, lingering lives, they dwell near the surface, waiting to be remembered, waiting to take your mind for their own. Meyerwald sat at his hearth and watched his fire, watched the wood burn. Then came the memory of another fire and burning wood and screams.
The music is actually really helping here. How do you tell a spirit from a memory?
Fragmented are memories. Stuck in time. Mindless, cruel, never far.
Why do these past lives still trouble you?
My fault. All my fault. Soldier and marauder. Soldier and marauder and Meyerwald. No forgiveness for what's past. No undoing what's done. No sleep. No sleep for the Watcher. War there was all around. War of stone, war of tree.
War of Tree. Oh, of course, the Broken Stone War and the War of the Black Trees. This was in the early period of Aderan colonization, fighting between the Deerwood colonists and the native Glenfathans, you see. But that was a long time ago.
Death we brought to the settler men. We, the 9 claws. Claws of 9. Worse what we did to the women. For love of the gods. The gods' love. For their love.
I met one of your memory spirits. There was talk of raiding a village. Mirwald's voice becomes raspy, and he is somewhere else in place and time, speaking to someone unseen.
Hold her down. Head her. Give this Addy a bitch an heir that belongs in Air Glodfath.
Alright, so content warning from this point. Mirwald cringes himself again, watching something he can't bear to see, shaking his head. Okay, dude. Okay. Shaking his head over and over, he wails. His soul is marked by flame, and those marks will never heal. His trial has broken him, but better that than to live in weakness. You were a monster. You deserve this, even for a past life. No, that's enough. I do not want. No, take your time. It's over now. Let's be nice.
The boy. The baby boy. The boy. Conceived in the raid. Conceived by force. Vessel for Marauder. Slain in the raid. Marauder and the boy. Marauder and soldier.
A baby conceived by the raider? What do you mean it was a vessel for him?
For the soul. Marauder's soul. Same soul. One soul. Boy's soul. Marauder's soul. Raised in lies and vengeance. Raised to soldier. Raised for the fire. Born for the fire.
Then that was his mother I met in the keep. She told him his father was killed by the raiders.
You'll get no pity from me. The crimes of the 9 Claws clan in the last war are still unavenged. But the gods are just. They have led me here. In my father's name, every one of you will burn. Light it.
Interesting. Burning his own, and why not if they had been wicked and earned their punishment? He is weak of mind and soul. To see him cower before the flame, that should give you the measure of him. Mirwald's shoulders slump. He rocks back and forth, agitated. He mutters to himself, oblivious to your presence.
Soldier and marauder, lies and vengeance, and dead villages. All dead. All dead. What for? What for?
Whatever the reason, I don't think we're meant to know.
How little we know.
There must be some way to make these memories go away.
No. Always there. Always remembered. Can't forget. Can't unsee.
I didn't just remember. Someone caused this. They wore masks and spoke of books and keys and a queen. There was a man there. He seemed familiar to me.
Keys of lead. Books of burden. Queens that were. Known to me are they. The leaden key.
The leaden key? It seems we share an enemy, Costai. Assassins and Watcher Wakers both. They certainly keep busy. Well, what can you tell me about this leaden key?
Secrets. Secrets and deceptions and schemes. Who knows their answers? Not they. Not they. Crossed them before. Hatred of Watchers. Hatred and fear. Much we see. Threat to secrets.
Who is this queen that they pray to?
Woodica. Goddess. Crown shattered and body burned. Binder of oaths and grudge holder. Bearer of justice. But whose?
If the leaden key caused my awakening, could they undo it?
Many secrets do they keep. Unawakened? Mayhap. Who else if not they?
Do you know where I might find the leaden key?
City of Defiance. Never far from the Queen.
I need to go so I can search for this man from the leaden key.
Sleep well. Sleep well.
Hold! I know your will die. Your actions were seen. You would sooner betray us to the Adir land thieves than take orders from me.
You are confusing me with somebody from your past life.
Your betrayal is for nothing. Your warnings are lost on these foreigners, and their blood will be Gallowayne's tribute this night. I have asked the elders for the honor of claiming your head as my first trophy, and they have granted it. Beg for the Seeker God to grant you a quick death.
Whoa, what? Apparently we're gonna fight this bitch now. So let's set up some attacks. And go! Alright. Let's get some magic. The bears. Alright. Let's see. There we go.
I'll teach you a lesson!
Bullseye!
He's got some protection going on. So let's give him a little...
Following your lead.
Alright, Eater is starting to take some damage here.
What?
I want you
Yes?
There's a change in the air of the keep. What was thick and suffocating feels to you somehow more breathable, as though yielding to a conquering invader. Mirwald's body lies inert. You can feel his soul lingering there, uncertain. There is something unique about the soul in this place. This soul in this place. A bond formed in decades of inhabitants and lordship that feels somehow palpable to you. As though, even in death, the keep knows its former master, and the former master remembers his keep. Hosai was granted Speaker to the Restless. Amy. In your mind's eye, the bond seems to you a frayed rope, ghostly and alive. Its frayed ends writhing like a tide pool and anemones, and you find that if you concentrate on it, you have the ability to manipulate its strands. I can repair to you the rope, binding Merwald's soul here as an eternal warning. Sever the rope, allowing Merwald to pass from this world. Draw upon the energy of the rope itself, siphoning knowledge from the connection. Ooh. Ooh. Is that a choice? Ooh. I'm gonna to let the poor guy go. He's suffered enough. Strand by strand, the connections fly apart like the overstressed strings of some ethereal instrument. With the tearing of the final string, the rope becomes liquid and dissolves from your awareness. Mirwald's soul hovers near you, a vortex of strife and discord, but there is something else beneath it. Something like relief. His soul passes through one of the walls and is gone. Mirwald's grimoire will take all that.
Indeed. You cannot wait that older set?
I'll see what I can do. I'll see what I can do. I'll have it in no time.
The sickly sweet smell of rot rises from the half.
I'll have it in no time.
I do not have. All right, here.
A simple test. That's settled.
Silver fetting.
A simple test.
I love that my cleric is the one who can lock.
A simple test. I can do that.
Well, then do it.
I can do that.
Nope, I think I'm out of lockpicks. No.
I can do that.
We might come back here for that later. Oh. A wood beetle. Everybody attack. Nice.
Sure.
Alright, so the question is, do I want to continue exploring this place, or do I want to just move on with the story? Alright, you know what we're going to do? That was a lot of story there, so we're going to save our game. And we'll continue exploring. Because I know that I just saw stuff.
I can do that.
Oh. What did my guys find? Alright, everybody attack.
Brave thou Philon nearly.
That's it!
Sure.
A stone beetle.
Brave thou Philon.
That's not very helpful.
Following your lead. Blast!
Did that work?
Proactive.
Awesome!
Not even. Brave thou Philon nearly. Your tail ends here.
Oh, that is so awesome! I just
Gotta be more careful.
Out of nowhere.
We've to go down! Take them all with us!
For Takoa! Let's end this! Your tail ends here! Boy needs to get his head out of books and into the fight! But... Lavaru beyond
Hey there.
seek!
Show 'em
how it's done!
Adair, no! How may I help? I shall deal with this one.
There's a lesson to be taught.
That was so cool though with those skeletons. Oh, I gotta learn this combat system better because that was actually really fucking cool. I'm getting a lot of bug parts though. Let's rest for a little bit, shall we?
Aye.
Let's have it out!
Now, where were we?
There we go. Zarops. And a heavy iron key. Interesting.
Sure.
Alright, let's gather everybody.
Great.
Alright. There's still gonna be more. I don't know. I'm getting the spidey sense that there's minor ring of deflection. Take. Cobblestones and bricks are bound to the rusted old cart by thick cobwebs. Alright. A shimmering wall of energy extends across the story like a curtain. It repels forward movement with unnatural force. Interesting. Perhaps the voice in the throne upstairs knows more.
You can trust me.
Let's go visit this guy. He has gold. Good. Nope, I missed that entrance. More copper and leather armor. Potion of regeneration and lots of copper. Weathered and covered with dull patina, the elaborately carved pillar appeals older than the surrounding structure. Everybody attack! Oh god! Okay, wizard, bard, cleric, get your butts over here. Bear, defend. Eder, defend. Me, perforate. That thing is freaking creepy.
Lava.
Not
I'm
to
down.
alarm me.
How may I help?
Roak 10! Your tail ends here!
Yes?
Get your blood!
Brave thou Philosophy. We're down one! Following your lead. We're down one!
Curses!
For Takoa!
Okay.
Has been poisoned!
Arthek Worthen Roth!
I totally botched this fight.
Roak 10! Your tail ends here! Of course.
Oh, my skeletons are still. See, my problem is the spiderling. Oh, test the bolts. The party has died. Load. No. This is my most recent save. Posture check. Okay, so
Sure.
we're gonna have to go through some encounters again, but so we know at least what to expect.
Brave thou Philosophy.
I'll teach you a lesson!
That looks like it hurt.
And grab that.
Brave thou Philosophy.
Praises.
Roak 10! Let's end this! Not even slowing it down!
And that's how it's done.
And we'll fight more spiders.
That's it! I'll teach you a lesson!
No rebirth for him this time!
Show him how it's done!
Sure.
Show him how it's done!
What?
And we'll...
You can trust me.
I'm thinking it's time though that we do that rest that we did earlier. That. Take that. Alright, actually, that's the one thing I was ignoring earlier, is that I have the ability to level up. Swift aim. The ranger goes. No. Vicious aim. And then also let's level up the wizard. God, that spellbook looks cool. Combusting wounds sounds really, really fun. And mirrored image also sounds fun. Actually, you know what I should do? Especially because we know that that Spider Queen fight is coming. We should probably...
I shall deal with this one.
You can trust me. I'll let Margaret's fire bless this one. Here's a lesson to be taught.
I'll teach you a lesson. Show him how it's done.
There we go, well done.
Show him how it's done.
And... bug juice. Actually, another thing we should probably do, especially for the wizard, DR9, DR7, unique medium armor. Which, what am I wearing? Seven, pierce proof, second chance. Oh god, no. Oh god, look at that outfit. Oh god, no. Oh god, no. DR6, DR4. What's he wearing? DR3. Alright, let's try this on. That's at least slightly better. That's at least slightly better. That's right. We got a grimoire that we can play with later. We will learn to play with that later. But first, we have a game to save. And we have a Spider Queen to defeat. We'll take all that, though. Oh, that's right. We need to take a look at this real quick. Yes, perhaps the voice loot your ass. And then loot your ass. Ooh, the pillar is older than the surrounding structure.
Mm-hmm. Show him how it's... I'll teach you a lesson! Show him how it's done!
Yes? I shall.
Let's get you in a better position. There you go.
Kinda, watch it!
Flambe.
Poison.
Aye?
Ulu Then.
Architect worth and rough!
Oh, we got her.
I'll teach you a lesson! I'll teach you a lesson!
Wow. Spider venom sac and banded stiletto. Interesting.
Sure.
And let's not take any chances, shall we? Tiny spider, a pet. We'll deal with that later. There's a lot more to this than I expected. Interesting. I'm not sure about you, but that kind of looks like a hand of a giant statue. There's more to this than meets the eye.
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
Well, you know, if my party wasn't so fucking slow, then maybe I wouldn't have a problem.
It's just like your breeches, scholar lad.
I beg your pardon?
Nothing. I said nothing.
Okay, so the good news is that we found a secret entrance. The bad news is now we're out in open terrain. And we need to go talk to Chair Lady, which I don't know what else to call her. She's the steward of the keep, obviously, but I wonder if she's going to have any thoughts about me releasing his spirit.
I felt Mayor Wald's passing. You slew him.
He gave me no choice.
It saddens me to hear it. But part of me is grateful to no longer have to wait and worry in darkness.
Good.
This place has always known its master, long as it's had one. It has a will all its own, which has little to do with the castle and much to do with the land it's built on. It looks to you as Mayor Wald's successor now, whether you care for it or not. A dubious honor, inheriting a fortress both broken and cursed. But in the right hands, it could be so much more. If you had only seen it in its day. Will you stay?
She sounds so happy about it. Like I have no choice here. Number 2, I've always wanted my own keep, even if it's a little cursed. Then it is yours, my lord. I cannot begin to tell you how glad that is, how good it is to know that the keep is in capable hands once again. I suppose I should mention first that if you mean to travel to Defiance Bay for supplies, there has been a complication of a kind. The Eastern Barbican collapsed decades ago, and Merwald never got around to rebuilding it. The road here is a dead end. He got as far as gathering materials before he became preoccupied. I could make arrangements to have it prepared if it is your will. When it ceased to be the previous master's will, I became powerless to do anything about it. For what am I but the master's instrument? It would take time, but far less than finding another route to Defiance Bay. What do you mean you said why does being the master what does being the master what does the being the master entail, honestly? Why, there are many responsibilities involved in maintaining a keep. The extent to which you get involved is entirely up to you, of course. Part of the reason I am here is to ensure that things run smoothly in your absence, provided we have been given instruction. If you instruct me on which repairs you wish to conduct next, I will make the necessary arrangement. These may take some time to finish, but each will provide you with additional resources once they are complete. Given somewhere to place them, we can hire a tradesman to provide you with supplies and ingredients. Repairing the keep will raise your prestige and draw both helpful individuals and unwelcome attention from bandits and opportunists. How interesting. If we can raise the keep's security in turn, this will become less of a concern. You should know, however, the position does come with some risk. Your name will grow in fame, and you must contend with threats to the keep, and there are a few other things. Was there anything else, my lord? How do I repair the Barbican? Marewalt set aside applies to the Barbican, and they are still available to you in the future. If you wish to make further repairs to the keep, you will need coin for supplies and labor. What did you mean by risks? Merwald's curse was his own, a watcher's curse, but his predecessors have not fared better. There is a presence within the keep, or rather far beneath it. At least such has been the conclusion drawn by all those who have come to this place, for what spirits still linger in the endless paths oft speak of a master below. Every effort to settle here has failed from the time of Erdoran colonists onward. Beasts rise from the endless paths until the new lord or lady is no more. This one who dwells below, this master, does not tolerate rivals, it seems. I have seen from time to time, intrepid explorers descend to lay claim to what answers they can, but none returns. This is the force which has kept Caed Nora a barren ruin and robbed me of my hopes. The endless paths, that, my friend, is where I must go. Where we must go, if you will go with me. Whatever devils lie beneath, think too of what knowledge we will find. Perhaps this master speaks Eridan. All right, more exposition. What are the endless paths? The endless paths of Ad Nua. This is the name given to the labyrinth beneath the keep. The Earl, we were warned by the Glanfathans that the site was cursed, and there is a legend attached to it, though at the time we thought nothing of it. The ruins were built, it is said, by a powerful Angwithan named Ad Nua, who ruled there until his people turned against him. They destroyed his endless paths and filled many of the upper tunnels in with soil and stone. No one living knows how far down the tunnels stretch, and few who have ventured there have returned. There's talk of much riches and treasure. The promise of Angwithan relics alone has drawn many fortune seekers to their deaths, I fear. Who is the master below? I cannot say with any certainty, but I believe it is tied to the man said to have been the architect of the Endless Path, the Angwithan tyrant Ad Nua. Some claim his spirit endures, or at least he has laid a curse upon the site. I cannot imagine what much remains of his works, for the ruins have been here for thousands of years or more, but what is left is impressive. The Earl certainly thought so. But I am not the master of am I not the master of Caed Nua? Of course you are. The keep would have no other, but the endless paths are a different thing entirely. It is unfortunate, really, that they are so closely intertwined. I have other questions. If the master below is not dealt with, there will always be a threat to the keep from within. I know it's much to take in, but if you would remain, if you would be the lord of this place, I can only advise you to seek out this foe before it destroys you. I have other questions. Yes, how can I help? It's time to find this queen in the city of Defiance. You must know the queen you're looking for. Defiance Bay has no queen. The the Mequins of Erdir haven't reigned here since the war. The only queen with any power there is Wodica. I am told they erected an exquisite temple in her honor there, but I was never able to see it. If you mean to go there, we can get started right away on repairing the Barbican. You need only tell me that you wish to do so, and I'll make the necessary arrangements. Alright, Mirrorwall kept a ledger as it happens, and I've taken the liberty of updating it. You can take a look if you wish. Yes, let me see what repairs I can make. Then we will get underway at once. The steward voice belies a giddy excitement. Know, my lord, that this is but the first and least of great many undertakings. The keep supported a great many buildings and servants for many years. God damn, there's a lot of text and exposition. Hi, Hunty. How you doing? If you should wish that we can repair some of the outlying structures, and these will bring you wealth and recognition, drawing people to your service. Rebuilding the defenses will keep your grounds from becoming overrun, as they did during Meridwell's upkeeping. You need not choose all at once. I am pledged to your aid. So long as you are master here, we will always be linked. You need not step upon these grounds to speak with me. Wherever you travels may take you, you can make your will known to me, but if you but reach out. Of course, but first, of course, the Barbican. Okay, so the Barbican, the Eastern Barbican Gates, passage to the Wooden Plains, the crossroads between Caed Nua, Dryford, and Defiance Bay. I'm going to purchase that, because that costs money. That prestige. That is increasing my prestige, and will take some time. Restoring Bright Hollow will allow you to rest there. Yeah, that's worth the 500 copper pieces, totally. That is definitely worth that. Alright. So, my goodness. I have a stronghold. Upgrades. Hirelings. Party management.
See you when I see you. Hey.
Alright. 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 So, I got myself a stronghold. I got myself... Oh, the East Barbican's already complete? East Barbican has started. Oh, that was remarkably quick. Wow. Requires main keep. Not enough money. Alright, well, we'll work on that next. So, we need to go to the Temple of Wodica. However, that does seem like it is the end of our episode this evening. We've had some fun. We've learned some things. We've gotten slightly better combat. We've also learned how to, we've got a keep. And a lady possessing a chair in said keep. So, yeah. That's been interesting. I know that it seems rather short, but this does seem like a good stopping point story-wise. So, I think that's where we're gonna call it for this evening. So, hi, for those just joining. My name is Belmont. I am one of the three boyfriends of Try Gamers with really crazy-looking freaking hair. You have been watching Pillars of Eternity, the first game, which is kind of trying to fill the hole of my Dungeons and Dragons fixation that I need. So for those that don't know us, you can find out more at trygamers.com. That's our website where we have all of our old streams, as well as deck tech articles for Magic the Gathering, videos that we've made, board game reviews, and anything that just celebrates our gaming, and lots of pictures of our kitties because we love them. If you want to interact with us, you can follow us at Triad Gamers on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, just like here on Twitch. Speaking of Twitch, our next stream, barring any sudden streaming urges, is going to be on Sunday, where it will be Nick, and then myself, and then friend Elvis, who is not pictured here, but uh, he joins us regularly for our lazy Sunday afternoon programming, which we will be doing Stardew Valley, The Next Generation. We will be continuing on with that, Nick, friend Elvis, and I, Sunday at noon Central. Thank you all for joining me. I know I've had some people in and out. Thank you, Newflus and Jax and Sarah. I know you stopped by just to say hi to a Johnny, and hopefully me too. So, I hope you all have a great evening. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you for watching and listening to me drone on. Thank you for being awesome. So take care of yourselves. Be safe. Be kind. Drink water. Hydrate. And we'll see you next time. Bye bye.